A pleasure to be joined by Philadelphia Phillies manager Rob Thomson, one of the great guys in the game and certainly one of the best managers. Rob, it's great to see you. How are things going?
Things are great. Everybody's healthy right now. We just went through a strain of the flu bug, but we're getting over that. And but everybody, muscle-wise and arm-wise, they're healthy.
I think the big story for a lot of people, at least on a national level, looking at the team, is about Bryce Harper and just how quickly he came back last year from Tommy John, and now the move to first base. What went into that decision?
Well, a lot of it was Harp's idea, and we were all for it. I think it's going to let him stay on the field a little bit longer, and he's really taken to it well. He's an athlete. He studies the game. He works at it. We've got a great infield coach in Bobby Dickerson. I think he's going to be a really, really plus defender.
Yeah, Rob, I want to talk to you about your pitching. Look, Wheeler, Nola, we know what they mean. They're signed. That has to feel good because you've rode them down the stretch and into the playoffs. But Sanchez at the end, Suarez and Taijuan Walker behind those guys. Speak on how those guys get better and can make your club better for this coming season.
Yeah, I think if we stay healthy, we've got a really formidable starting five. And Dave in the front office went out and got some depth for us at AAA in case something happened. But Ranger's just a guy that has no heartbeat. He goes out there and he can pitch. And he can carve up the strike zone. And Sanchez is a young guy that came into our rotation about halfway through, maybe a little bit earlier than that, and really solidified. He gave us great starts all the way through. And this year he's even throwing the ball better. His velocity's creeping up. He's painting. His changeup's really good. He's working on a cutter.
You got some wonderful guys in this team, Rob. Obviously, lots of star power, but fun personality. Exactly. You know where I'm going with this, because they're strong personalities, they're fun-loving, but they need a guy like you who knows how to manage that. So how do you keep everybody on the same page, yet allow them to show their personalities?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have really 5 pillars that I think about. One is respect the game, and our guys do that. Prepare, compete, and be selfless in everything you do, and then just be yourself. Just have fun. Be honest with us. Relax, have fun, enjoy the game, and that's what they do. We have a bunch of gamers in there, and they play hard every night, but they have fun doing it, and that's really what you want.
Most importantly, Rob Thomson, member of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. You were inducted back in 2020, so let's do a little Canadiana. One thing about Canadians, we always know the other Canadians around.
Yeah.
As far as food, people talk about Canadian food: poutine, ketchup chips, coffee crisp, Tim Hortons. Which one do you think's the real staple?
Well, I've never had poutine.
Wow. But you've been to French Canada, you've been to Montreal, Quebec City?
No, I've never been to Quebec.
Okay.
So I've never had poutine. It just doesn't look right to me. But I'd say Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons the way to go. Something with the concoction of French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Not doing it for you. Rob Thomson, one of the great guys in the game. Topper, as they call him. Sam with more on the prospects Rob can looking forward to in the majors coming up.